Today on People Now, emotional reunions after people are rescued from a West Virginia coal mine. But why were they in the mine in the first place?
This photo has Big Bang fans scratching their heads about Johnny Galecki. Is he married? Is he engaged? We'll discuss.
The story behind Camille Grammer's latest tragic photos of her destroyed Malibu home.
Is Ellen DeGeneres ending her daytime talk show?
Plus, the stars from Mowgli, Legend of the Jungle, are in our studio telling us how the story came to life on screen.
It's live today on People Now. Let's go.
Good afternoon, everybody. Welcome to People Now.
Woo.
Excited to see you. I don't know about you. I know one person who's feeling 29. Not 22. Taylor Swift. It's her birthday, everybody.
I like that Taylor's my age, too. So on top of that, she also announced her Reputation Stadium tour will be hitting Netflix on New Year's Eve. A big day for her. So we want to see your favorite gifts of Taylor. So tweet us your T-Swift gifts with the hashtag People Now. You might see them on the show.
We'll check in on those a little bit later. But for now, here's what you need to know and what's trending for today. We begin with this, kicking off the show with this harrowing rescue. Watch. That's 25-year-old Kayla Williams, 21-year-old Cody Beverly, and 31-year-old Erica Treadway being greeted by enthusiastic family and friends after being saved from an abandoned mine in the mountains of southern West Virginia on Wednesday. They had been in the mine for 5 excruciating days and revealed they drank mine water and prayed a lot in hopes of survival. The trio's family and friends never gave up hope either. Watch this.
So happy for them. And I know, beyond measure, the happiness that they feel and the love that everybody felt here tonight.
They were part of a group of 4 people who appear to have entered the mine early Saturday morning. Now, the group was initially reported missing after an ATV they were believed to be riding was found near the entrance of the inactive mine. 43-year-old Eddie Williams was able to escape the mine on his own and alert authorities of the 3 others' exact location, but it was a tough rescue since the area around the mine was hit hard by a snowstorm over the weekend, so heavy snow and rough terrain blocked rescuers. Even Governor Jim Justice emphasized how tough this rescue was. Take a listen.
This was mud and cold and snow and ruts that you couldn't even hardly get through. And people waded the mud and cold and everything else. And, look what they did. It's good stuff.
The mine hasn't been in use for 2 years and is sealed off. It's alleged that the group entered the area to find copper. So there's this possibility they could face charges since they weren't supposed to be in there in the first place. But the town sheriff says for now, everyone's focusing on the good news that the group was rescued. All right, Real Housewives of Beverly Hills star Camille Grammer was one of many who lost their homes in that Woolsey wildfire in Malibu, California in November. Now she's sharing even more photos of that devastation. Take a look at these. She posted with a caption, Grammer admits it's been an emotional and stressful couple of weeks as she sorted through everything she could salvage from her home. She adds, the pictures of my children put a smile on my face. Wow, just some of the few things that she could find there. According to legal documents released on Monday, Grammer claims she was forced to move back in with her parents after the fire. In a letter from her lawyer, Richard Rohan, he explains Grammer's, quote, dealing with both the psychological aspect of losing her home as well as logistically working on her relocation. Until recently, she's been moving from hotel to hotel or staying with friends. She just moved in with her parents and is trying to find something permanent. That was his statement. Rohan approached the court on Grammer's behalf in response to the defamation lawsuit with Grammer's ex-boyfriend, Dimitri Charalambopoulos, who tried to move their trial date up from April 2019 to late January. Rohan claimed that would be unfair to Grammer, who is currently focused on house hunting and itemizing lost possessions from the fires for her insurance claim. She's clearly going through a very difficult time here, a lot of trauma, a lot of heartbreak. We know she'll be able to bounce back, and we, of course, are wishing her the best. All right, is Johnny Galecki engaged? Is he married? We got a lot of questions after the Big Bang Theory star posted this Instagram earlier this week. We see him and his girlfriend, Elena Meyer, wearing matching rings, and they are in Las Vegas in the photo. And yes, the rings are on that finger, so that can only mean one thing, right? Well, not so fast. Elena also posted a couple photos from the same night on her Instagram with a very straightforward caption, #NotMarried. All right, but then how do you explain the rings, guys? We still have questions, and her post definitely didn't stop fans from speculating. Maybe they're engagement rings, maybe they're promise rings, we don't know. The couple made their award show debut at November's People's Choice Awards. Now look, Elena called Johnny my bae in her post about that night. That doesn't mean they're engaged.
Necessarily mean they're engaged.
But
they have started posting pictures for a while, since August. Back in September, she posted a pic of a tattoo with JG.
His initials on the forearm. I mean,
he's just confirming a relationship. relationship, though. It's not necessarily.
That's right. It doesn't mean they're
we
moving
did see
forward.
the rings, but I don't know. I think they could also just trying to be getting us riled up, which we are.
I don't know. We're following along with him. He's 43. She's 21. They've got this 22-year age difference. Do they have the same goals? I don't know.
We'll have to ask them.
The ring post comes 2 weeks after Johnny wished his TV wife and real-life ex, Kaley Cuoco, a happy birthday on Instagram.
Yeah, so she turned 33 on November 30th, and he said, happy birthday, gorgeous fake wife. I think a lot of people forget they dated in secret for almost 2 years, from 2008 to 2010.
Yeah, but they still consider themselves, they've said they're dear friends, and then she got married to her now husband, Carl Cook, back in July. They obviously seem to have a really great relationship.
Yeah.
They worked together so long and all that. So
We'll have to stay tuned to see if he's actually married.
what does it mean?
Do you think so?
No, I don't.
I don't think so
If
either.
she came out that forward and said hashtag not married, maybe it's engagement or something.
Yeah.
Who knows? Good for them. Let's move on to this. Ellen DeGeneres helped one Christmas miracle come true for one newly engaged couple. We love this story. So Danielle Anthony and John Drennan stopped by the Ellen Show in an episode airing Thursday to talk about their engagement ring mishap. Here is a little bit of background on the whole thing. The couple are British. They got engaged in Central Park in New York. Later, they lost the ring after it fell into a sidewalk grate. The couple, along with 2 New York City police officers and some bystanders, tried for an hour and a half to find this priceless piece of jewelry. How heartbreaking. Unfortunately,
I know.
no luck finding it. The couple left the city thinking the whole thing was over. The ring was gone forever.
Daniela was heartbroken.
It's just every girl's worst nightmare.
Yeah, I mean, I was sobbing. I never want to see Daniela that upset again in my life.
In one day, you see complete joy.
Yeah,
and then...
from joy and happiness to absolute devastation,
Yeah.
you know. And I'm trying to pull up at
Heartbreaking.
this grate, trying to my best,
Yeah,
to pull this thing up. Those things.
Could
don't
you
move.
see the
Yeah.
ring?
No.
Oh, so it went so far down that you...
So far down, yes.
All right, so the NYPD revealed that the following day, the 2 police officers went back to that grate to try again. Guess what? They found the ring. Ellen decided to step in to help them reunite it with its rightful owner. Watch.
I don't know anywhere in the world where, a police department or 2 police officers would have went back the next day.
Yeah, amazing.
to open
And where is the ring now?
They're still with the New York Police
Still with the
Department.
New
where,
York-
That's right, they are.
Yeah,
It's still there.
Yeah.
Come on out.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness, of course, once the ring was back in the couple's possession, John made a very romantic gesture. Watch.
There it is.
That is the ring, right?
That is
We'll make sure it's the right one that we pulled up. There we go. Let's give you some space.
Oh my God.
Are you ready for it? Is it okay? Yeah? So, for the second time.
I can't believe we're doing it.
Would you be my wife?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So sweet,
cry.
such a happy ending. I like the cops moved
Can
over.
you
and let them have their
imagine losing your ring in those grates? Because I can, because I lose everything.
Do you?
Oh, I would be the person that would lose that. That would happen to me, but probably wouldn't get the ring
You know what's
recovered.
crazy? Truly, my wife will misplace her rings all the time just around the apartment. It's like, how did it get, like, where could it
But
be?
when you see it fall down.
No, oh
straight.
my God, that would
and
be
then
so
the fact
devastating.
That they recovered it is so cool and special.
And they like flew back, left the city, the whole thing, like,
Can you
well,
imagine
that's
that
it.
night, you're
It's
like, all
over.
right, the ring's gone in the great New York City.
Makes this a lot more sweet. Anyway, that's such a great story.
I know.
We will, by the way, be talking more about the uncertain future of Ellen's talk show a little later on. There are some details about that, so stick around. And again, glad that couple found the ring. Everything's going great for them. But now we're moving on to Star Trek. Scene.
Yes, we are kicking off Star Trek with a very sexy Mr. and Mrs. Claus and a Christmas spoiler alert. We are getting a new glimpse of Kurt Russell and Goldie Hawn in Netflix's The Christmas Chronicles. In this exclusive photo, we see Mr. and Mrs. Claus cuddling up by the fire with 2 of their adorable dogs. Look how fierce they look. I love this. In the movie, Kurt totally reimagines Santa as cool, modern, even a little edgy. Edgy Santa, I'm into it.
A little bad Santa there.
Yeah. It isn't until the end of the movie that we learn his real-life love, Goldie Hawn, plays his wife. Really cool. They're not the only members of the Russell Hawn clan making cameos. The couple's son, Oliver Hudson, plays the late father of the film's 2 lead children, Judah Lewis and Darby Camp, which were both on our show.
Yeah,
and
they were
super
great.
adorable.
You could
and
tell
cute.
they were really excited to be a part of this. My kids love this movie, and I was
Yeah.
watching it with them like, okay, I'll watch. I really loved it too. Seriously, it's like
good.
the edge that Kurt brings to it is amazing. And Goldie and Kurt's 7-year-old grandson, Bing Bellamy, Kate Hudson's son, also has a cameo.
So I think it's a cool family affair. The whole family also came out to the movie's premiere in LA before Thanksgiving. And like obviously we love Goldie and Kurt.
It was a nice surprise at the end of the movie, that big reveal. And And looking at their relationship, they met on a movie set back in 1968. Goldie, only 16 at the time, he was 21. Nothing happened then. They reconnected on another movie set in 1984. They've got this great love story.
We also have this blended family, Goldie's kids, Kate and Oliver Hudson, Kurt's kids, Boston and Wyatt Russell, all kind of coming together.
35 years together, not married. She's talked a lot about that, been married before, and she's just like, look, the definition of it, those words, marriage, whatever, isn't going to define their relationship.
Yeah, I think that's really special. Love is real, even if you don't have a ring, Love
is even if the ring could have stayed in the grate, and
it didn't even matter.
Wouldn't have mattered.
Maybe they have rings anyway. I mean, who knows?
Wow, full circle here.
All right, you guys, moving on to this. Demi Lovato is definitely feeling the Christmas spirit. She's channeling all that creative energy into decorating gingerbread houses with her pals. These look really good. She posted the sweet treats on her Instagram stories, where she also wished fans a Merry Christmas with one of her captions. Now, the celebrating comes just days after she was spotted on a weekend dinner date with clothing designer Henry Levy at Nobu in Los Angeles. Now, a Nobu source told people that Demi looked great. She seemed happy about her date night. They were very affectionate. They walked hand in hand and kissed throughout dinner. They definitely looked like a couple. And of course, Demi has a lot to be thankful for this holiday season. On Friday, she was nominated for a Grammy along with Christina Aguilera for their duet Fall in Line. And sources confirmed to People in November that she had finished her stay in rehab following an overdose in July. A source close to Demi revealed, quote, "She looks really good and is in a great mood. She seems really happy about being out and about, but her focus is definitely still her recovery." Well, really good for her, happy for her. All right, Jason Momoa hit the red carpet for the Los Angeles premiere of Aquaman on Wednesday night. It was a total family affair. A lot of family affairs going on today. Jason brought along his 2 kids, his mom, and his wife. As the rest of his family headed inside for the main event, Jason and his wife, actress Lisa Bonet, packed on the PDA, sharing a sweet kiss and posing for the cameras. I love that. And the fun did not stop there. Jason then surprised the audience by performing the haka with other cast members. Now, for those who don't know, the haka is a ceremonial dance from New Zealand, and apparently Jason is a big fan.
Nailed it.
Yeah. After the amazing performance, Jason got a little more serious and opened up about his meaningful experience filming Aquaman. Watch.
It has been surreal for so long. I've never went through anything like this before in my life. So I'm very thankful. I'm very awake. I'm very, I know it's a lot of love, and I'm very thankful to be here because, could all get pulled away, you know what I mean? So I'm just trying to enjoy it as much as I can.
And the former Game of Thrones star also talked about how hosting Saturday Night Live on December 8th was a dream come true.
That was the highlight of my career. That was the greatest moment of anything I've ever done. So, what's so great about it? It's just my pinnacle in my mind and my heart is SNL. I've always wanted to do it. So, and then it's superseded every expectation. It's extremely hard, and I look forward to hopefully. I'm actually going to go back to work so that I can be on SNL again. Now I'm just going to have a steady job making movies so I can be on SNL.
Wow, he said SNL was the highlight of his career?
I love that. I love that he appreciates it so much, right?
You know what I want to see? A dance-off between Jeremy and Aquaman. The haka. Come on, Jeremy.
I don't know about his floss skills. I might do it with my sprinkler.
All right, I regret asking for that.
No, the hockey dance would be tough. He'd kill it. I would never take my shirt off beside him or near him or stand
No, nobody should. All right, moving on to this. The bob is back for Mrs. Bieber. Hailey Baldwin is revealing a new do in her Instagram stories, swapping out her long blonde locks for a chic blunt bob, courtesy of hairstylist Melissa Perazad of Cutler Salon in New York City. Hailey captioned her selfie chopped and added a little heart eye filter. You feel ya, girl. She looks really good. I like the bob.
Me too.
The bob's coming back. It's a huge contrast from the bob is back. Huge contrast from this selfie she snapped during a photo shoot with V magazine. Her hair is way past her shoulders. The cat eye looking fierce. I want that cat eye. This new do comes less than a week after Hailey and her hubby Justin Bieber were spotted in a park for a Vogue cover shoot. A Bieber source says, quote, they wanted to do the cover as a celebration of their love. They'll also be doing an interview because, according to that insider, they want to share with everyone how happy they are, how they make their marriage work, and their plans for the future. A photographer at the shoot also revealed some behind-the-scenes deets, telling people the shoot was all day. Both Justin and Hailey were super into taking pictures. They did multiple outfit changes. Hailey looked so gorgeous. Justin looked very happy. It was a fun and playful shoot. She was doing cartwheels.
What?
They were laughing a lot. I like that. She was doing cartwheels. She's got some party tricks. Love them. Those are your Star Tracks for today.
Let's talk about Bieber's bob next time. Stay with this. John Mellencamp is revealing one of his favorite qualities in his fiancée, Meg Ryan. Plus, we're live with Mowgli, Legend of the Jungle stars, Andy Serkis and Rohan. They join us in just a bit. Cannot wait for that.
All right, guys, in honor of Taylor Swift's 29th birthday today. We've been asking you to send in your best gifts of the singer. So let's check in on your gifts. I think we're gonna have some good ones. I like a good
That's a great one. Look what you made me do. Yep. All right. I don't have a boyfriend. Wait. I can't read it. I sit by myself and I watch Law and Order with her cat.
That's true.
She is. She loves her cat.
No, she does love her cat.
Keep sending those gifts. We would love to see one of her cat gifts. Now we move on to this.
John Mellencamp appeared on the Today Show on Thursday to discuss his music career, his love of painting, and his love for fiancée Meg Ryan.
So they've been really private about their relationship until now. Check this out.
I'm engaged to at 67 to a very funny woman. Funniest woman I ever met.
Very sweet. Now, Mellencamp also opened up about his love of painting, saying that he has to create something every day. Take a look.
I started painting seriously when I kind of just dropped out of the music business for about 3 or 4 years.
When you're painting, what does it do for you?
It puts you in a place where you're totally focused on something. I can paint for 8, 10, 12 hours every day.
I mean, man, when you got the time to do it, it's great. When he's not painting, he's following his other passion, writing those hit songs. Also revealed the #1 lesson he learned early on in his career. Staying true to yourself speaks for itself. That's a
gotta be hard to do
good life
when you're
lesson.
that big and that famous, but kudos that he's been able to do that. Mellencamp also hinted at a possible musical based on his hit song Jack and Diane, which we all know that song, you know?
Go ahead. No, I want to hear it. Do we? Life goes on.
Long after the thrill is living in.
Let's hear it.
We all of a sudden got very shy.
Oh, goodness. His new album, Other People's Stuff, is out now. You can check that out.
A musical based on that song, I think would be really cool.
Well,
like
you sing along to like
yeah.
every single track would be great, right?
Yeah.
The crowd can get into it. All right, we told you about Ellen, her good deed for a deserving couple earlier in the show, but those good deeds, they might be coming to an end because Ellen DeGeneres might be at a bit of a crossroads in her career. The New York Times is reporting that Ellen's considering leaving her hit daytime talk show.
Oh my gosh, this makes me sad, but apparently she's changed her mind more than once about this after receiving conflicting advice from her wife, Portia de Rossi, and her older brother Vance, who's also a comedian.
So Portia thinks that Ellen should venture out and tackle other projects that she's passionate about. Vance thinks she should stick it out. So you kind of have the conflicting thing there.
She did recently extend her contract to host the show through the summer of 2020, but is also currently producing her game show, Ellen's Game of Games, and her first stand-up comedy special in 15 years titled Ellen DeGeneres Relatable, that's set to be released on Netflix.
She's actually making history with that Netflix gig. Listen to this. The first woman to receive $20 million for a stand-up special on the streaming network. That's pretty impressive. On top of that, Forbes has her on the list of highest paid TV hosts around. Obviously, big opportunities out there for her, but should she leave the show? What do you think?
I mean, she's been doing it for a while. If it's stressing her out, that's the thing. You'd have to talk to Ellen.
Well,
See,
right.
like what this is, the toll it's taking on her.
It does make sense, though. The show's she's been doing it for so long. It's kind of her baseline. She's got all these other things she's adding to it. Maybe she's kind of, I don't know, burning the candle at both ends, that kind of thing, and needs to take a break.
We would need a show to fill that spot, though, because she brings all these heartwarming stories, like the couple that lost their ring. Like, that stuff makes you tear up, and it's so amazing and cathartic.
That couple wouldn't be engaged
if it wasn't for
Ellen's show was gone.
Yeah,
so how many other relationships are due to be lost?
But if you've been doing it for a while and lost enthusiasm, you also can't force someone to stay and do it.
Yeah. Well, and also people are talking about how much money she's making to do the Ellen DeGeneres show, her talk show. But Ellen's made a lot of money for a long time. I don't think that's so much a factor for her. I would imagine that it's more about doing what she wants to do at this point, which is a real luxury that she has.
I don't want it to go, but I want Ellen to be happy. So whatever she chooses. I don't think it's our call if she stays or not. All right, you guys, calling all Instagram boyfriends. A-Rod is showing us how it's done.
One of our favorite couples, J-Rod, hit the red carpet Wednesday night for the premiere of Jennifer Lopez's new movie, Second Act. Alex Rodriguez was so supportive he couldn't help but take his own photos of his girlfriend. Look at that.
Yeah, J.Lo wowed in a dramatic pink tulle dress with an extremely long train, while the MLB legend kept it simple in a black tux by her side.
Alex uploaded a few of the pictures and the videos to his Instagram to give his followers an inside look at his night. Starting as they made their way to the premiere, I loved these. It was inside the bus or van that they were in, and she's just like disappearing in all of it.
It's taking up the entire back of the car. This is pretty amazing.
Yeah.
A-Rod also uploaded the videos he took on the red carpet. I like seeing his videos after seeing him following her around in the actual red carpet photos. Because whenever you see J.Lo on the carpet, there's A-Rod in the back, and then this is kind of his point of view.
Yeah, this is actually, I love this perspective to give you an idea of what it's like to be her and to be him in this kind of moment, right? Like the flashes and everything, it's really incredible, so much energy. We actually caught up with J.Lo's co-star, Vanessa Hudgens, about working with the superstar. Watch this.
Well, I feel like I had the same initial reaction that everyone has meeting Jennifer, which is like, you're so gorgeous. Like, it's ridiculous. She has like a crazy aura about her. She's just fun. Like, she loves dancing and singing, obviously, but like in life. And she's very centered and knows who she is. And I just love that about her. We got to really connect on a deep, honest way.
It's good to hear from her. And Friday is actually Vanessa's 30th birthday, which can be a scary number for some people, but she seems pretty psyched about the milestone. Take a look.
I'm definitely not about it, but I'm not scared of it. Like, I was having a moment the other day where I was like, oh my God, I'm almost 30. Like, I'm finally stepping into this new decade for myself. And I feel like this year and the past 3 have been really informative to me, just reassessing who I am, what I stand for, what type of woman I want to be. And by figuring that out, I feel like I can now stand behind it in a way that is so confident and focused that it feels really good. I'm excited.
Yeah, what are you most excited about for this decade, and what do you want to leave behind in your 20s?
I mean, I feel like the thing that so many women that I talk to say about turning 30 is that you don't care anymore. You speak your mind. You're not as worried about confrontation. And it's so true. I find myself saying things that normally I might be like, oh, I don't want to like ruffle anyone's feathers, but I'm like, no, this is my life. I'm in charge of my life and I'm taking ownership and I'm going to say what I think. And I feel like that's a really empowering thing.
I can relate. I'm turning 30 soon, but I just feel like it's another birthday. I don't think it's... What, you turned 30 a long time ago, so how was that?
No, 30 was one of my favorite birthdays. It was the biggest, most, like a sequence of parties. It was a huge blowout. I loved it. And I'm sure that she is going to have like blowout events.
Yeah.
I just feel it.
You know what, age is just a number, so my advice is just enjoy it.
Thank you, Andrea. In your old age, you've gained so much wisdom.
And now there's something about this ranch, it almost feels like
home.
Yeah. Which is strange because home's a word I never thought I'd care about, but maybe I do.
That was a look at Northern Lights of Christmas. It premieres December 15th on Hallmark Movies and Mysteries. Ashley Williams plays a young pilot back in her hometown when she inherits a reindeer farm. Yes, that's right, reindeer, of course, but not to worry. Williams is a pro at working with reindeer at this point. She has done 3 of these films. It's kind of part of the deal. Watch.
The thing about reindeer is you gotta earn their trust. They don't just, they're not a puppy. You have to, you can't, and it's kind of like a horse, like you can't go right up because they'll just run away.
Okay.
And so you gotta approach from the side and talk really sweet and, you know, really get them to a place where they feel comfortable.
Okay.
So,
writing this down.
Yeah,
Don't approach
so take note of that.
from the front.
You know, they're very simple creatures.
Yeah.
Hi, Palmer. Nice to meet you. So they don't take direction very well. They refused to read the script.
Demanding.
Yeah.
And unreliable.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Okay.
Oh yeah. But you know, they keep it real.
Big theme throughout the movie is the importance of Christmas traditions, and Ashley revealed her own unique tradition in her family that she absolutely loves.
I mean, we go to Tennessee every Christmas for where my sister lives with her husband, Brad Paisley, and they have this big farm. And yeah, these like really cool traditions have come out. Like we do this, we do something called a Santa run, which is on Christmas Eve. We all put on costumes, not Christmas costumes necessarily, although we'd be open to it. But like Darth Vader, Captain America, whatever you got.
Halloween. It's Halloween.
It's Halloween on Christmas Eve. And then we just like run, and the kids have races, because I feel like there's actually a little bit of nervous energy that comes around the holidays, because you're building up to this one big day, Christmas morning, and it's kind of, so to get all your energy out and get all the anxiety out, I think is really important. So we
And it's called the Santa Run. And it's not like a 5K. You're talking like across the field, here to there. Go to the tree,
like
go.
an hour of like whooping and screaming and running around, letting your cape fly behind you.
Out of my way! I shouldn't let them pick on me like that. Wolves are supposed to be with other wolves.
He's not a wolf. I've seen the way you look at the village. Mowgli, you are one of them.
That was a look at Netflix's Mowgli, Legend of the Jungle. Looks amazing. We're excited to be joined now by Mowgli himself, Rohan Chan, and Andy Serkis, who plays Baloo and directed the movie. No big deal. Welcome, guys. So good to see you. Thanks for being here.
Good.
See ya.
This movie is so good. I mean, it's very stunning. So congratulations on this amazing movie. Now, you guys actually had the premiere in Mumbai, India. So how special was it to bring the story back to India?
Yeah, so I was really excited because this is where Mowgli takes place, and I think it's really great to be able to bring it back to its roots and to the people who really love it the most.
Yeah, absolutely.
What about for you?
Oh no, it was extraordinary. I mean, it was a fantastic event, wasn't it? They built the build out for the theatre was huge. It was just a whole jungle environment, rocks and stones, waterfalls, and all sorts of things. It was fantastic, and to like you say, to take the story back to where, the country that inspired it was fantastic.
And I'm sure the reception from people there had to be so fulfilling and to feel like a really nice moment of maybe, I don't know, affirmation about the whole thing if you needed it.
For sure, no, for sure, it is. It really did feel like that, and that's the great thing about having the show out on Netflix is it does have that global reach immediately. So to start the film there, and then we've just been around the world with it, and countries are watching it.
Really incredible. Andy, you're the best at working with motion capture. We know this. What's your main piece of advice when you get into this environment? You have actors coming in that maybe are new to it, maybe haven't done it, to kind of make it work and experience it well and to get it all right?
I mean, the thing is about performance capture is it's not a style of acting where you don't have to do anything different. It's a different bunch of cameras that are filming your performance. So you have to wear a head-mounted camera with dots all over your face. Right. But as soon as you get over that, you kind of forget about it. It's really about interacting with your fellow actors. And, Rohan got to interact with our amazing A-list cast of Kate Blanchett and Benedict Cumberbatch and Christian Bale. Just they're there with you on set, which is so different to traditional animation where you're standing in a voice booth and just reading the lines and then nobody to act with for Rohan. So it's fully connective and makes the journey of his journey and the animals feel so much more emotionally connected.
Yeah, it probably makes it a little easier for you too to have people there. Your character is raised by wolves. He has wolf-like characteristics. So how did you do your research and study wolves? And what was the wolf trait that was the hardest to get down?
Well, yeah, so I think probably one of the hardest traits was just the wolf movement in general, just because, obviously it's not natural for a human to run or walk on all fours. And, I had to do a lot of research for that. So I did research on YouTube for wolves. I went to upstate New York to kind of see how the wolves interacted with each other.
Wow.
Yeah, and that was
pretty cool.
That was really great.
Slept with wolves.
Yeah. Oh, yeah? Wait, really?
Yeah. I mean, obviously I was a bit separated because
I hope so.
You can't. It's a bit dangerous. But
wow. So they were sleeping right next to you. And
yeah, pretty close. Yeah. We were, as I said, we were separated, but they hadn't really been kind of interfered with by humans yet. So I think it was really, great to see them without that human kind of interference. And also I had to do a lot of physical training as well. Did a lot of push-ups, pull-ups, stuff like that. I did a lot of agility training. We even experimented with parkour, but it felt a little bit too finished for Mowgli because obviously he hasn't had the human interaction.
Wait, were you scared when you were sleeping with the wolves?
Well, actually, no, I was really fascinated because, as I said, I do have to do a lot of research for this, but I mean, just the way they acted with each other, they seemed really close as a pack and everything, and I thought that was really great. And I know my sister loved it as well because she's a huge animal supporter and everything.
Yeah. Earlier you mentioned that. Can you just send me your workout routine later? I could probably just get the regimen down. Andy, you morph the actors' faces, right, with the animals. So there's this connectivity to and the look and the feel. You kind of capture the essence of the person. Tell us what was maybe the hardest part of that morphing and what you wanted to get right.
Well, it really was when we set out to make this. It was about making them emotional. This story is a very emotional story. It's a family film, but at the core of it is this boy's journey. But it's the way he relates to the animals, and to make those animals really feel realistic, believable, but that you can see the emotions played out in their faces. We designed the animals in a very specific way. We took the face of a panther or a tiger, and then we took the actor like Christian Bale or Benedict Cumberbatch, and then we gradually morphed them until there's a certain point where you can see a sweet spot where you can actually see the actors' faces and the animal at the same time. And that was really a very, to get that right, it took a long time. And then, of course, in post-production, to take the animation to be able to then render the performances to do that, that was a big deal.
That sounds so fascinating.
I would like to see some of the other renders that weren't quite there. Right, to see the transitions along the way. Probably really interesting images, right?
Well, Andy, obviously you're known for Gollum, Planet of the Apes, so many things. So Rohan, when you met him or you were coming to this project, knew you were going to be working with him, was there something you wanted to ask him, or was there a project that you really looked up to that he did?
Well, so during the shoot, I mean, I remember Andy had just kind of gotten the role for Supreme Leader Snoke, and he had to deal with me asking him a ton of questions about that. You know, I am a Star Wars fan, but I mean, yeah, I was asking him so many questions, but he didn't tell me.
Sworn to secrecy. Wow. They're hardcore about that over there, right?
Oh yeah.
Did he slip you one little secret here?
No, okay, I wish.
You've now been sworn to secrecy about not telling us. I understand how this works. Look, you're also only 14. You've worked with basically the whole slew of powerhouse actors. It's really incredible. A lot of time working on this project. So Christian Bale, Benedict Cumberbatch, Cate Blanchett, on and on it goes. What was the biggest lesson you took away from any one of those particular actors?
Well, I think for all of them actually, and it was just really amazing to work across from them and see how much commitment they bring to the role, because, you know, they obviously go really deep into their characters, and Andy especially, he really just embodies that character, because obviously he's had experience with playing animals before and everything. But I mean, yeah, just to see like Benedict especially, he has so many questions about the character, about Shere Khan, the tiger who he plays. And he was getting the movement down because Shere Khan has a lame paw, actually. He studied the artwork, asked so many questions to Andy about, you know, every single aspect of the character.
So cool. And you got to see them in those really unique environments. That's just going to be great.
Yeah.
All right, you ready for a game, guys? Here we go.
Okay, we are going to play
Real deal.
Who is most likely to.
Got a picture of each of you.
Wow, okay.
Who is most likely to, we'll begin with this, most likely to adopt a wild animal of the two of you?
Yeah.
Who's most likely to adopt?
I think Rohan, definitely.
Yeah. You gotta show
Here we go.
Let's see if you sync up. You like the visual.
There it is. All right.
All right, who is most likely to have the most selfies in their camera roll? Really?
Okay. Is it selfies of you as you, or you as some other version of you?
Me as Theresa May.
Okay.
Oh my God.
We were going to ask about that. Why was this the right time to break that out?
I shouldn't have brought it up, really.
No, it was. I watched that. It was so funny, and like having her as Gollum, it was a great performance.
It was perfect. She's a bit conflicted.
She's a bit conflicted, much like Gollum. Most likely to be caught stealing a prop from the set. There we go. All right.
All right. Did you take anything?
No, I wish I had. Actually, there were monkeys taking things. So I remember in South Africa, there used to be monkeys coming into the set and stealing.
What?
But, yeah.
And now that you know that he expected you to, you really should have.
You can always just blame it on them. Be like, oh, I didn't do it. All right. Most likely to stay up all night binge watching any show.
There you go.
Oh.
What are you binging? What are you binging?
Atlanta.
Oh, okay. What are you binging?
The thing I most recently binged was probably Stranger Things.
Okay, we're out of time. Guys, we love you so much. Thank you for being here. Mowgli, Legend of the Jungle is streaming on Netflix now.
Yes.
And selected cinemas.
And selected cinemas around the country and the world.
So go check it out.
Coming up tomorrow, Karen Gillan is here talking all about writing, directing, and starring in her new movie, The Party's Just Beginning. She can do it all.
Plus, we've got the K-pop group Monsta X here spilling on their new music and more. Tune in for that. They're a lot of fun. Thanks for watching. We heard from Ashley Williams earlier in the show. Now we leave you with one last thing from her older sister, Kimberly Williams Paisley. Bye, guys.
Yep.
Hi, I'm Kimberly Williams Paisley, and this is one last thing. The last book I read was The Giver by Lois Lowry with my kids. My last moment of bliss was when I woke up in my own bed after weeks and weeks of traveling. It was heavenly. The last Brad Paisley song stuck in my head is his latest single. It's called Bucked Off, and it's awesome. If you haven't heard it, go get it.
Yeah, this is where